Gutter spoken truth. We back at it again outside, kicking it with the kids. I said I might want to do a video to help my people out. What I want to talk about is men don't like being the second option. Men don't like being the second option. And I want to dedicate this message to women, right? Men don't like being the second option. Now, the reason why I talk about relationships so much, because before the Most High created anything, He created a relationship in the beginning with Adam and Eve. Before He even created a church, He created a relationship. Churches is made up of relationships. Family is made up of relationships. A lot of jobs is made up of what? Relationships. Okay? So it's very important to talk about relationships because your success, your altitude, and how far you go, a lot of times is tied to who you are with. You understand that? So if you got the wrong partner, you got the wrong mate, it's going to be hard to fully walk in your purpose. It's going to be hard to really become successful in life. So it's very imperative for me to deal with relationships, the ins and outs of relationships, to help people out, right? So one thing, like I said, I want to point out is men don't like to be the second option. Now understand that Proverbs chapter 5 verse 18 says, rejoice with the wife of your youth. So right off the back, it was set up for women to be married while they're young. Okay? It was set up for women to be married while they're young. That's why the scripture says rejoice with the wife of your youth. But there's a notion out here that been pushed on women, especially, and I hate to say this, in the black community, with black women that's single, black mothers that's single, that's angry and miserable. It's a notion that's telling the young black ladies, wait. I never seen so many women that's willing to wait till they get in their 30s and close to their 40s to settle down and get married. That's why you got so many songs out here that's pushing the agenda of hot girl summer, being outside, live it up, because they have got this from a lot of angry mothers who's miserable, who's single, because they chose the wrong man, or they mad at their kids' daddy, right? And so a lot of young women is listening to these women. Look at that, my bad. Like I said, I'm outside with my kids. A lot of these women is listening to these older women that's giving them bad advice. But you need to understand, while you young, you need to be leveraging your youth, your peak, to get the highest value man that you possibly can. You shouldn't be waiting until you get in your 30s and your 40s, talk about you ready to settle down, right? Because you done lived it up, you done hop from digging stick to digging stick, you wanted to be outside, you wanted to have your hot girl summer. No, you're setting yourself up for failure, okay? And a lot of these elder women that should be giving you better knowledge, giving you better advice, they need to start telling you, as you hit the wall, as you face the wall, your options become slim. That's just the reality. Because now your biological clock does set in. You have to try to compete with younger women. Okay? And men that's getting with you at that age, they looking at it like, when I was young, you wouldn't have chose me because you was going after the popular guys. You was going after the so-called superstars, right? You would consider a lot of these guys that's really doing their thing now, the techs, the geeks, what else we call them, the so-called lames. You didn't want to be with them because they wasn't popular. But these elder women need to start telling y'all, you need to love who gonna love you. And unfortunately, a lot of these women, a lot of you, the guys that really will love you, the guys that really will be committed to you, the guys that really would treat you as a wife, you end up putting them in the friend zone because they lame. They not popular. They not the ones that all the women is going after. All right, so you can't be listening to women that really don't mean you no good because they're giving you advice from being single, they're giving you advice from being hurt, they're giving you advice from their miserable disposition. Okay? And so men in their 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, on them to their 40s, they understand that a lot of these women that are their age, they know in their mind right off the bat, they are second option. The second option. Because now they done improved themselves, got themselves together, and they looking at a lot of women like, look, I'm gonna have fun with you. I'm gonna have fun with you. I'm gonna sleep with you. I'm gonna have sex with you. But they know down in their heart and in the back of their mind that if it was 15 years ago, you wouldn't have chose him. The guys, a lot of guys that these women want to be committed to them in their 30s, they were not thinking twice about in their 20s. But they know time is of the essence. They feel the internal biological clock kicking in. They know down deep in their heart that a lot of men that's trying to get with them, all they want is sex. And so now they trying to pressure men their age or a little older than them for commitment when in their early 20s they was clubbing, partying, living it up, but weren't thinking about being committed at all because they wanted that hot girl summer. They wanted to live it up. Okay? So that's the caveat to it. A lot of women's in a conundrum right now. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to believe. They don't know who to turn to. It's almost like they're on the island by themselves because of listening to women that gave them poor advice, poor counseling. The scripture said, rejoice with the wife of thy youth. Proverbs 5:18 again. So I want to let younger women know, listen, don't choose the same ways, don't choose the same avenues and advice that a lot of women have chose because, like I said, at the peak of your sexual market value, you need to be securing the highest value man that you possibly can. Okay? Now let me talk about this. And I gotta talk about this. Women in their 30s and their 40s, they try to shame men that's going after younger women now. I don't understand this. Because while they was younger, the same women that try to shame men for going after younger men, when they was the younger woman, they was going after the older men, living it up, right? When, like I said, the person that you put in the friend zone, you could have easily got with him who was gonna love you for you, who wanted more from you than just sex, who wanted commitment with you, who really wanted to be in a relationship with you. You bypass him, you overlook him to be with the guy that was older, right? And so the tables are turned. The same guys that you want to be committed to you right now, they are going after the younger women now because they don't improve themselves and their options is way more now. Way more now. All right? So women, man, especially in your 20s, man, leverage your youth, man, while you still got a competitive edge in the sexual market value. Leverage your youth, okay? While your value is still high, while you ain't been ran through, ain't been hopping from digging stick to digging stick, utilize your youth, your peak, okay? And try to secure the highest value. Listen, understand, that's the reality. A lot of men don't get to their peak until their mid-30s, you know, depending on who you talk to, depending on who you do your research behind. But for the vast majority of the thinking process out here, a lot of men really who reach high value status don't reach that high value status until around their mid-30s and 40s, right? So young women, you gotta understand, you can get with this guy and build with him, knowing that without a shadow of doubt, I know he gonna end up becoming a high value man because he got a high value mentality. Stop choosing men on popularity. Stop choosing men on what appeared to seem that they got. All right? And choose men based off their mentality, based off their drive, based off of their passion for their purpose. Because they're the men that end up in their 30s becoming high value. Okay? And majority of the time, if you will stick with that man while he in the 20s and build with him, then you more than likely gonna win. you're more likely gonna win. Okay? So, men don't like being a second option. And a lot of women in their 30s, a lot of women in their 40s are trying to get somebody to commit to them. It's gonna be over. I hate to say it's gonna be over. Because them men that's high value, that reach high value status, they looking at you like I'm your second option now. I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna go on a few dates. We're gonna get it on in the bedroom. But I'm not about to settle down with you. I'm not about to be committed to you. Because I know in my mind, I'm your second option. All right? So I had to come on here and talk about it because a young lady emailed me and she in her 30s. All right? And she was asking me why men her age don't really take her serious, why men her age don't really want to be committed to her. And these are the reasons. All right? So, women, you got to start doing better. You got to start doing better. All right? Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. If you have any comments, drop them below. Let me know what you think about this video. All right? I'm dropping my email in every video because people be emailing me all day, and I'm going to start answering the questions that people emailing me about. Okay? All right, peace.